Okay, next part for the PlayStation 2, I'm going to be taking apart the drive that was inside, or at least as much of it as I can reasonably do on this video. So here we go. The other two parts, I think so this would end up being part 3. The other two parts are on my channel listing, so if you'd like to watch them, and yes, I decided to talk during this one because of people saying that I should, which is fine. So I'm not sure what value gets added by me doing that, other than you get to hear my annoying voice. Like I said though, that's okay. There's that. Cover. Toss that aside. Let's see here. Screw there. Not sure if anything's going to come off just by unscrewing that though. Break something open, but I will if I have to. If you've seen some of my other videos, I'm sure you're aware of that. Right now someone's probably yelling at the screen saying, oh, it's right there, you just do this. And it just comes apart. That's fine because I don't know, I didn't read any directions before doing any of this. Just grab a screwdriver and start taking things apart. There we go. It always amazes me how these get built. Take them apart later on, what ends up coming out. Someone actually sat down and maybe even debated with someone about the design, and probably 2 or 3 or maybe a few people had their own ideas for the design of this. I mean, just small minute details, and someone had to win that argument. And that's why we got what we have here. And then maybe someone else won another argument later, and that's why they ended up making a different version later on. Because this is the other one where the tray comes out, the PlayStation that is, as opposed to the other one with the lid that just flipped up. Which is another one that I do have. That's the one I'm not going to take apart. One, it's not available to me right now. It's in my storage. And 2, I do still want one that will function in case I would like to play the PS2 games that I have at some point. Remember, since I was a kid, I would take things apart with the intention of putting them back together, but I figured out I wasn't really good at putting things back together all the time. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And strangely enough, it didn't always matter if it was the more complicated I couldn't get it back together. It was just more if I was paying attention to how I took it apart. If I really paid attention, I could of course put it back together, but sometimes I was just so busy taking things apart and not paying attention to how. Once in a while I got things back together, but not all the time. seem to won't really access anything by doing that, so I'm just going to leave that there. Oh. My alarm to take my medication. I'll just wait a couple moments until I'm done here. Huh. Now I'm obviously just taking this apart really quickly. I'm not really looking at the function of why things are put the way they are. It's one of the reasons I'm getting on video. If I want to look at it later, I probably will, and think, oh yeah, that probably went there because of this, or that was there because of that. But I'll leave that to later. So, watch that. So apparently it's magnetic, which is cool. Oh, right now it's not going to do it. Typical. Get those screws off and see if it'll do it now. There we go. No idea how to actually open this, so I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, I see the coils in there. Anyway, we've got a couple more here. I was going to wait till next weekend to do this, but since I'm working tomorrow and I'm in for the night anyway, I decided to do it right now. Huh. There goes that. I was going to try to take it out in one piece, but forget it. There we go. The small scale engineering that went on. It's freaking amazing. I wouldn't mind knowing the story behind some of it. Maybe I'll look it up one day and I'll find it on the internet. If you find it, leave it in the comments, or if you'll find something interesting about the PlayStation 2. Because that's not going to want to come off because it's also soldered on there, so forget that. Small bits of wire. Yeah. Alright, well, that was the end of that.